Help me, God. I, Kassiano Wadri, swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will give faithful service to this Parliament and support and uphold the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as by law established. So help me God.
Sorry. Go there.
That's what he said during the debate. He's not going to be learning.
Yes.
Cholo, midi.
Can I make my maiden speech?
To who? Unfortunately, this is my chance only. Honorable Kassiano Wadri, I welcome you to Parliament. You have just taken the 2 oaths. You know what they mean. You have been in this institution before. You don't need any further speech on what you need to do about what is done in this particular place. The rules have changed a little, but they're not far from what you knew, what you used for a few years. So I'm going to give you a copy of the rules of procedure to help you do what you do best, and a copy of the Constitution, and also to help you get contact of members. Of course, you are not here. All the members of Parliament are here with their contacts and their faces, so it might help you to know the ones who are here, because there was a huge change. The people you worked with, most of them remained with you where you just come. So you are very, very welcome. And personally, let me give you a pen.
Oh. Thank you very much.
Because I know where you have just been, you have come without anything. I'm sure you don't have a pen, and that is the first thing you need to do to prepare yourself so you can take a seat. I want to say something briefly. I'm delighted that honorable members you are here. Today we have received the Honorable Kassiano Wadri, who is the newest member of Parliament, just taken oath now. And by next week he will be in full swing, doing work for the people who have sent him here, people of Arua Municipality. And that is how it should be. This gives us some confidence in the systems that function in this country. That the courts still function, and that they are still independent. That should give us the confidence that things can still go well if we all commit to having things done properly. Because if there was interference, you wouldn't be here. The charge which is put against you, you would have had difficulties having to be granted bail. But the independence of the judiciary had been respected, and the judge took his own decision and I'm delighted that you're here. Honorable Karanga, I expected you in Parliament yesterday because I was actually say I wish he could come so that we see that they are actually out of detention and they are ready to commit to begin going with what we do in this Parliament. I want to state this. I have read in the Monitor, in the New Vision, page 6. I was presiding in Parliament yesterday. So the headline, the story that has come, first paragraph says Parliament gives President Museveni 2-day ultimatum. Why do we do these things like this? Why do we do these things like this? Why do we deliberately try to escalate situations? Why? Parliament never gave anybody any ultimatum. No. Please. Please correct this impression. Because the ordinary people reading this story from out there now think there's a big fight between Parliament and the President. Now think everything is so you scare people with these alarmist headlines and stories. You were in Parliament. Really give us the courtesy to report things correctly. I am the one who concluded the debate. I never gave the President any ultimatum. So I don't know where you generated this issue of 2-day ultimatum for the President. Please correct this impression. It's not right. It's misleading and it's dangerous for the democracy of this country and for the well-being of the people, really. Because I don't know how many people have read and what they're responding to. I know these days newspaper stories are read on the radios, and there's so many FMs all over the country. So virtually everybody knows what is in the newspapers. I am sure they have been translated, they have been broadcast everywhere, and it's not true. Why do we do this? I don't want to call the name of the people who wrote the story because their names are there. But you know it is not true. Why do you put it there? The other time there was a misrepresentation of this nature. I called the person whose name appeared on the story. He said, no, that was not my script. It must have been altered in the newsroom. If people who are not here can play around with the things that was discussed here and change the whole context and content of the story, I don't think it is good. I don't think it is good. As you who inform members of the public, you should have built the spirit which the Speaker tried to build yesterday in the House. What I tried to do was to bring people together, and then we see how to move forward. That should be the spirit. Try and rebuild this country. Where it is broken, it's your responsibility to give that line that can begin rebuilding this country. It's not your responsibility. It is irresponsible to try and break it apart and escalate the situation. So I just thought I should register this concern because I was presiding, and I did not say that. Actually, the way I ended it on humor. I said I have two problems. The first problem, I have a group of members who do not want to sit. And the second problem, I have a speaker who is not willing to preside over members who do not want to sit. So House adjourned. How could that be a matter? Really? So please help us correct this impression. I'm just asking you. Responsibly act and correct this impression because it's dangerous. Thank you very much. So, Honorable Kassiano, see you on Tuesday in full swing. And thank you, honorable members. Thank you. Congratulations, Honorable Karanga. When I came to see you, you know, the other day I went to see, of course, Bobby Wine in Makindi, and I came out and I said what I shared with him. He sat like this, I sat like that. And we were laughing all through. Somebody leaked a video. They called me names. I was there. We laughed with the Bobby Wine. How can I lie about that? He was in pain. How can I lie about that? The same thing that happened when you people walked in there. What did we do first thing before he even said the word? Exactly what he's doing right now. We laughed. And when Honorable Bobby Wine came, he said, you see, mine, I have to take it slow. He had his crutch, and he was, he said, I cannot walk as fast as these people, so I had to take mine slow. And we all burst out laughing, and we shared really light moments. And the issues that were of concern to you where you were, we settled. I hope they got settled even. We intervened, and I hope they all got settled. So I think there's nobody with bad motive, really. I'm not one of them, if there's anybody with bad motive. I'm not one of them. Everything I do is from my heart. And I don't want to burden my heart with things that don't fit there. It's the truth that fits there. And I like the truth. They say, when you say the truth, you don't have to remember what you say. And that's how I live. I don't struggle to remember what I said, because I said the truth. People who lie always are struggling to remember, by the way, what did I say? I am not one such person. No, I'm not. So please, when I say something, take it for what it is, until probably you find contradictions to it. Then you can come and say, but you said this the other time. It was not true. Rather than dismissing it from that moment. Somebody posted on Facebook that if he did not laugh with his wife, how could he laugh with you? Because people had started commenting. I say, okay, this man is not going to die in detention. He will come out, ask him if we did not laugh with him. But these are things. But all I'm trying to say is the front line for dealing with the small issues starts with each one of us. And if we act in good faith, all of us together, it will be a bigger force. It will be a bigger force that will help the progress of this country. But if we don't act together, or if we act together on things that are not true, on falsehood, then it will not take us far. So I ask you to join me in this truth crusade. No truth is too bitter to say. Say it if it is the truth. It sets you free. If it is not true, even if it is so sweet, don't say it. It will never set you free. It will hold you in bondage. Just stick to the truth, because lies have short legs. The truth will always catch up with it. So let's not waste time on things that are not true. Let's focus on things that are true. That is the only way we'll build a good spirit, good relationship, mutual respect for each one of us, and then we see how to move the agenda of the country forward. That's my commitment. I remain true to it. I will never deviate from that. So thank you very, very much. So where is the party? I thought now you are going to ask us to go to court to seek authorization so that we can go and celebrate in Arua. You are going there?
Tomorrow I'm reporting to court.
You are not reporting to prison, you are reporting to court.
Yeah, but the venue for the party is prison.
They will not allow you. They will not allow you. You remember when we asked Honorable Thought to volunteer to stay with you? He said, no, we cannot. We need papers to admit him. Okay, Honorable members, thank you. They will never understand.
Good, I'll meet you.
And you pass. What do you